Hello, student. Welcome to your virtual heart dissection practical. I'm Reva, and I'll be guiding you through the first steps of the dissection. Today, we're exploring the anatomy of the heart and its internal structures. Are you excited to begin? The heart is a muscular organ located in the chest cavity, slightly left of the center. It is roughly the size of a fist and is protected by the ribcage. Externally, the heart is covered by the pericardium, a double-layered sac that reduces friction during heartbeats and protects the heart. Left atrium. The left atrium receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs via the pulmonary veins. It then transfers this blood to the left ventricle, which pumps it to the body through the aorta. Right atrium. The right atrium collects deoxygenated blood from the body through the superior and inferior vena cava. It sends this blood to the right ventricle for pumping to the lungs for oxygenation. Left ventricle. The left ventricle receives oxygenated blood from the left atrium and pumps it forcefully into the aorta, distributing oxygen-rich blood throughout the body. It has the thickest muscular wall. Right ventricle. The right ventricle receives deoxygenated blood from the right atrium and pumps it to the lungs through the pulmonary artery for oxygenation. Its walls are thinner compared to the left ventricle. Tricuspid valve, located between the right atrium and right ventricle. This valve prevents backflow of blood into the right atrium during ventricular contraction. Pulmonary valve, situated between the right ventricle and pulmonary artery. It prevents the backflow of blood into the right ventricle after it has been pumped towards the lungs. Mitral valve, between the left atrium and left ventricle. This valve ensures that blood flows from the left atrium to the left ventricle without regurgitating back. Aortic valve, positioned between the left ventricle and aorta. It prevents the backflow of blood into the left ventricle after the blood is pumped out to the body. Before we begin, it's essential to follow safety protocols. If you need to adjust any equipment, use the forceps to avoid direct contact. Always wear your gloves while handling the heart and the tools. Avoid making deep incisions to prevent damaging delicate structures. Dissection tray to hold the heart in place. Scissors for cutting thicker tissues. Gloves for safety and hygiene. Magnifying glass to help you closely observe smaller structures and details. Scalpel for precise incisions. Awesome! You've got the hang of it. Let me introduce you to Victor, who will guide you through the dissection itself.
Hello, student.
I am Victor.
Welcome to your virtual heart dissection practical. I will guide you through each step of the process. Before we begin, it's essential to follow safety protocols. Make sure you sanitize your hands thoroughly. Hold on. Before wearing your gloves, it's important to sanitize your hands first. Please use the sanitizer available in the lab. Great! Now you can wear your gloves and proceed ahead. Safety first.
Well done.
Let's explore the internal anatomy of the heart. First, examine the left atrium and left ventricle with magnifying glass, and then inspect the left atrium, the mitral valve.
Time to label the heart's internal structures. Use the interactive labeling tool to drag and drop labels onto the key parts: valves, mitral, tricuspid, aortic, pulmonary. Chambers: left and right atria, left and right ventricles. Arteries and veins. Once you're done, you can save and export your labeled heart model for review or assessment.